Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sam, or xJaws, and today I want to bring you guys a little how-to series, and this one is going to be how to play Nuketown. So whether you love this map or hate this map, whether it's your most favorite in the game or your least favorite in the game, we can all pretty much agree on one thing. If it comes up in the rotation once, more than likely people are going to vote to play this over and over and over, and you can end up playing this game for like 3, 4, 5 games in a row, and that's just sort of the way it is. So I thought that it would be really important that I make how-to series on this map, because a lot of people who might struggle with this map will end up struggling for a long time in succession because of how often this map comes up. So it's pretty important to get good at this map. So I thought I would share with you guys the way that I play this map and how I have some success at it. So the first thing I want to talk about, because I'm going to break this up into like 3 parts, is going to be your opening route. So your opening route is probably the most important thing, because you got to gain some map control. Really early on. And what I decided to do pretty much every time when I play this map is run immediately to the left side of the map, throw a stun and a Semtex so that I can keep anybody with the same ideas on the other team at bay, and then turn that corner and hopefully kill anybody who is in my way and clear out the middle of the map, while also not leaving myself too exposed to the left side and their spawn area of the map. So I do that by running behind the car on the left side of the map like I did in the beginning of this game, and then as soon as I realized it was safe, I focused my attention to their spawn, where I proceeded to spawn trap them. The next thing I want to talk about is your goal, your secondary route, if you will. And your secondary route is going to be where you eventually want to set up in this map, where it will work out really well for you. And that's going to be pretty much for everybody the house that is overlooking their spawn. And in this game, what I wanted to do before I got up in that house was get a blackbird. So that's what I did. I waited until I got a blackbird up in the air so that I could see exactly where all the enemies were, and then as soon as I did that, I headed up into this building right here. The reason why I want to do that is because before I start venturing into their spawn area, I want to have that blackbird up in the air so that if anything bad were to happen, if the spawns were to change on a whim, then I would know immediately. There would be no problems and nobody would get killed in their back. Because that's what can happen a lot of the times when you go for a spawn trap. When you go for a spawn rush, I guess I should say, when you rush their spawns, it can change pretty often. And if you don't have that UAV or that spy plane blackbird up in the air, some bad things can happen. So it's pretty important to have. And the last thing I want to talk about is gun selection. So gun selection is another really important thing for this map, and you're going to see that I went with the AK-47. So the reason why I go with the AK-47 is because it's a good assault rifle with a good damage, a good rate of fire, and a good clip size, but its recoil can make it kind of bad on some maps. So I wouldn't recommend using the AK-47 on maps like Jungle or WMD, but a map like Nuketown, it works perfect for spawn trapping the enemy. I'd say that 75% of the time that I play this map, I use the AK-47 because I want to spawn trap the enemy, and the other 25% I use an AK-74U and I rush. I really like the AK-47 because none of my encounters are going to be over like the length of a really big area like you would otherwise encounter on maps like WMD and Jungle. It's all going to be fairly close range where recoil isn't going to hinder me too much. So guys, with that said, please go out and employ my techniques that I use for Nuketown and get better at it, because this is one of those maps that nobody can afford to not be good at. And I will see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this little how-to series. If you'd like to see more, just give that video a thumbs up and tell me what you think about these little how-tos, and if you'd like to see more. See you guys later. Final score was 28-2 in the team deathmatch game. Bye.